Hello everybody, welcome to lesson 9. Of course, this is at the same time as the integrated learning lesson, which is lesson 8. Okay, what we will do today is look at some of the answers from the textbook, and then we'll look at some vocabulary and do the quiz. So let's start on page 42. The reading comprehension questions. The gist question: was King Tut murdered? The answer is, how he died is still not known. C. Detail question: how was King Tut's skull damaged? The answer is also C. When they were preparing it for burial somehow. Oh dear, somebody made a mistake. The vocabulary question is, ruled out is close to what? C again, rejected. So if you rule something out, you reject that. 2 detail questions. What did Carter not find in the tomb? The answer is Tut's parents. That's B. And the last detail question, what did scientists discover by analysing King Tut's DNA? They found that he suffered from a bone disease, and that's A. Turn to page 42 and the part B at the bottom. So these are pronouns. What does each one refer to? Number 1, it. In paragraph B, line 2, refers to King Tut's tomb. And there it is. Number 2, it. In paragraph B, line 6, refers to the mummy. Ugh. Number 3, it. In paragraph C, line 8, refers to the hole in the skull. Ugh. You can see there. Whoops, my mistake. Should say the or his. Number 4, he in paragraph D, line 6, refers to King Tut. There he is. They in paragraph E, line 6, refers to King Tut's parents. Oh, those are not King Tut's parents. They are just some parents. Number 6, they in paragraph 8, paragraph E, line 9, refers to Hawass and his team. And there's Hawass with the Sphinx. Okay, moving on to page 43. This is a timeline. When you read a text that describes a series of events, it can be useful to place the events on a timeline. This provides you with a clear picture of the important events in the order they happened. A timeline can be used for events that occurred on specific dates, as well as for events that cover a period of time. Okay. The first question asks you to find and underline these events in reading A. Let's look at these paragraph by paragraph. So, in paragraph A, we can see he ruled Egypt for 10 years. So this is talking about King Tut begins his rule of Egypt. Okay. The next one we find is a powerful family that had ruled the country for centuries. That is F on the list. Okay, is there another one? Yes, the body of King Tut was placed in a gold-filled tomb. That is C on the list. All right, let's move on and look at paragraph B. Can we see any there? Yes, Howard Carter opened King Tut's tomb. Okay, so that is D. Okay, British archaeologist Howard Carter found, discovered and opened King Tut's tomb. Very dangerous. Let's look at part C. Okay, can we see any here? Yes, using simple X-ray technology. That is H on the list. And in paragraph D, we have a new and more effective X-ray technology to study the mummy, and that is G on the list. Then in E, Hawass and his team analyzed Tut's DNA. Okay, and that one is A on the list. There's still one left. E. Where is E? Aha! There's a bonus text. It's on this page. Which page is that? Page 41. You'll see this. And it says, its outer rooms were robbed in ancient times. So that's E. Let's look at the timeline below, because I think it's a little easier to see a timeline when you've got things that happen in a series like this. So it says, label the timeline with the events above. Let's have a look. So the first thing that happened was F, King Tut's family, a series of powerful kings, ruled Egypt. Then King Tut begins his rule of Egypt. And then in 1322 BC, C, King Tut is placed in a gold-filled tomb. That's followed by E, outer rooms of King Tut's tomb are robbed in ancient times. Zip forwards and we come to 1922. In 1922, Howard Carter discovers King Tut's tomb. In 1968, images of King Tut's mummy are taken with simple X-ray technology. Then, in 2005, more effective X-ray technology is applied to the mummies, so they have better machines. And finally, A, King Tut's DNA is analysed finally, so we learn a lot more about him. Okay, just think, do you think it is important that we find out how King Tut died? Something to think about. All right, let's move on to page 44. I'm going to read this to you and you can fill the gaps. Here we go. A group of 700-year-old mummies unearthed in Handong, South Korea, has provided researchers with some interesting findings. The mummies may offer hope for treating a deadly modern-day illness, and they also tell of an ancient love story. One of the bodies found shows signs of infection with the hepatitis B virus. Scientists hope that after they analyze the body, they will better understand the disease and find more effective ways to treat it. Another mummy was a young man who may have been involved in a plan to murder the emperor. He was found buried with poems written by his wife. The 500-year-old poems show how strongly attached she was to her husband, even beyond death. Interesting. Okay. Now, we're going to look at some of these definitions. So, I will reveal the correct word in each sentence. She suffered, rewind, she suffered an injury to her ankle as she stepped out of the car. The archaeologists conducted a series of tests on the mummy. Thousands of years ago, the Roman Empire took control of many parts of Europe. The cause of the accident remains under investigation. All right, I'm not going to check the sentences. So, we've come to the end of the stuff in the book. I do have a poem for you, though, if you'd like to hear it. This is the poem found with a mummy in South Korea. It goes like this. I'm going to take a drink. Nice drink. I'm going to use my acting voice. I cannot live without you anymore. I hope I could be with you. Please, let me go with you. My love to you, it is unforgettable in this world, and my sorrow, it is without end. I dream that you are ready for this. It's time to take the third English quiz. It's quiz time. Before we do the quiz, let's just recap the vocabulary. This is from Unit 3A. Have a look at that for a moment. Murder, offer, attached, cause, conduct, injury, take control of, infection, effective, analyze. And here are the answers to some of the questions we've done before. They might help you with the quiz, so I'll very quickly read these. The TV antenna was attached to the roof of the house. Red traffic lights indicate that you must stop your car. If you don't clean the cut on your arm, you will get a nasty infection. As the leader of the country, people want to know what Abe is going to say next. I'm sorry, I caused the damage, so I will pay for it. The police chase criminals and usually catch them. The boy was happy because it was his turn to take control of the kite. You should never attack someone in the street. If you murder another person, you will have to go to jail for a long time. When it started raining suddenly, the people ran beneath the bridge to stay dry. Teachers analyze test scores to make sure the questions aren't too difficult. Hokkaido is so cold in the winter that even the ocean can become frozen. My friend offered to cook dinner for me. How nice! Working hard during the week enabled Tom to relax on the weekend. Shohei Ohtani can't pitch right now because of an injury to his arm. It looks cloudy. I think it's likely to rain today. Exercising every day is an effective way to lose weight. Many people suffer and are treated cruelly in wars. Cruelly. Massachusetts Institute of Technology conducts some of the most advanced research in the world. If you stand on a hornet's nest, you should flee as fast as you can. Okay, now, pause the video because it's time for your quiz. Please pause the video and do your quiz. Okay, we're back. before you go, here's your homework. Please complete pages 45 to 50 in your textbook. That's Unit 3B. And complete and upload worksheet 8. The test will be next week. That's test 3. All right. Thank you for joining. Bye.